this is exciting here, DC. The founder of Jeet Kune Do, one of the founding fathers, really, of mixed martial arts, Bruce Lee, is back in a big spot here tonight.
Bruce Lee is what every kid looked to when they thought about doing karate. Bruce Lee is the person that anyone looked at when they said, I want to be a fighter. It was the speed, it was the charisma, it was the approach of Bruce Lee that made him so special. And tonight, he's gonna look to show a new generation of fighters exactly how it's supposed to be done.
And if you hear the phrase, drillers make killers, right? I mean, that was Bruce Lee in a nutshell. He felt like practice would make perfect. Nobody trained as hard as the great Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee, as usual, ready to battle as he tries to take home the title. So here he is, a man who needs no introduction. GSP, wildly popular, not just in his native Canada, but around the world. Many people, DC, believe, pound for pound, that George St-Pierre might be the greatest UFC fighter of all time.
He is one of the greatest fighters of all time. If there was an MMA Mount Rushmore, George St-Pierre would be on everybody's list of top 5 fighters of all time. Just an ability to mix everything together. He was truly the evolution of mixed martial arts, from the wrestling, the striking to the grappling. He was a guy that did everything and did everything well, and it made the level of mixed martial arts raise because everyone was trying to catch GSP.
And I got good news right next to him on that Mount Rushmore.
Come on, John.
George Rush St-Pierre has graced the octagon. He's ready to go. All right, now let's get you our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. All right, now for the official introductions, we go inside the octagon where we find Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Welterweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Bruce the Dragon Lee. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, George Rush St-Pierre.
Herb Dean, our referee for this one. All right, so the all-timer George St-Pierre is back on a proven ground tonight. Early portions of this round, he got off to a pretty good start. Feels like the jab was a big key, and the corner just did a masterful job, I thought, with those 60 seconds, sort of centering their pupil, as great as he is, and just making sure that all his ducks are in that proverbial row. Trying to establish the jab early on here. Just out of range with the straight left hand. Oh, left hook to the head, it's blocked.
Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
Counter punch landed there by Lee.
Nice level change. Secures the takedown. Oh, he got to the spot.
Nicely done there as he forces the miss from his opponent. St-Pierre's in half guard. Making all these shots count. And now he's got the back.
Oh, right Gets him out. Got to be careful here.
And it looks as though he'll let his opponent stand up here. Yes, he will. He's in trouble. Very nice leg kick there by Lee. Just over 3 minutes to go.
Beautiful kick lands.
I need you to pay attention. Protect yourself.
They're so evenly matched here. You heard him again.
Well, I'm no fighter, but if I rock the guy to that extent, I feel like I'm closing the show.
Absolutely. You gotta go close the show if you get a guy hurt that bad. You cannot back off and take your time. He's right for the picking. Go and pick the truth.
Oh!
He's in a lot of trouble.
St-Pierre's forehead is bleeding now. Cut just opened up.
Got his guard pass.
Oh, the ground and pound is there. All right, side control now, DC. You know he's in his element on the ground. A lot of tricks up his sleeve.
A lot of tricks.
Oh, he's got the knee on the belly. Could be trouble defensively.
Changing the position.
All right, working on the ground here. His opponent's feet on the hips. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent. You got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. St-Pierre's back in half guard. A lot of top pressure being applied here. Well, you know I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation and a healthy one for these type of transitions.
You can tell he's been in a gi at some point in his life with the way that he moves so freely.
I'm skipping jiu-jitsu next week, too.
He's doing a really good job putting himself in position.
Posture's up. Ooh, and he lands a brutal strike to the head. Again, not much defense there. Another ground strike gets through. So we cross the 30-second mark in our opening round. All right, right into side control here, DC. Biggest difference between half guard and side control?
Well, side control to me feels like a little bit less control because now my legs aren't really doing anything anymore. Now I'm controlling you with my upper body. So I've got to be very, very aware. It's still advantageous, but it just seems a little more free-flowing than having something like a half guard.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Lee. 4 seconds for the end of round one.
Hey, stop.
Heading back to the corner now after that round. St-Pierre's bleeding pretty bad from the forehead here. Hopefully the cut man can nip that in the bud and make sure that that blood doesn't trickle down into his eyes as the next round begins. All right, let us get you some replays from that previous round. He certainly got a lot done on the feet, and as such, he has opened up a pretty significant gash above his opponent's eye.
Yeah, it was a buildup. He just kept popping him. He kept hitting him until something opened him up. And now he can see the damage that he's inflicting. Nothing feels better to a fighter than to see the person wearing your work. That is exactly what's going on right now.
And the cut man is not the only one that is going to keep an eye on.
He got him hurt bad here.
St-Pierre gets tagged by that straight punch. Nice land for the offense there.
Another strike to the head lands. Oh, inside kick. He loaded up there on that high kick.
And now they are throwing both sides with conviction. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Well, that body kick was there earlier, not there on that attempt. Well, we got a lot of blood now, ladies and gentlemen. I think my mother just turned off the TV, but every time that area gets targeted, that cut is getting worse and closer, theoretically, to the end of the fight.
Yeah, and, you know, when you got a person like this in front of you that is so good at what they do, when you are bleeding like this and the work is showing, you got to try to find a way to stop him. He needs to try to get a takedown or something, because the more he's standing, the more he's going to have to deal with this cut. And now, all the blood that's coming from the cut.
All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half-guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you give up that underhook, your opponent can use the half-guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg.
Lands with the ground and pound here. Well, St-Pierre's eye starting to swell now. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Well, we'll see if he postures up and can get some of his ground strikes going here. All right, side control now. Lee's in half guard.
And there you go, again, half guard. Now he's got a good body position,
All right, so a grueling battle on the ground, and no surprise, the crowd hops in appreciation as the fighters work their way back to the feet.
This is an educated crowd, J.A. They appreciate high-level grappling, and that's exactly what they got in that exchange.
So a much different approach for him here in this second round. He was a little bit tentative in round one, a little bit of a feeling out process. Now he has clearly found his rhythm, found the range. We'll see if he can continue with more activity here in round two. Oh, he lands another pinpoint.
Trying to recover, but he's in a lot of trouble.
Back to his feet.
Oh! Ah, that jab hurt him. What a fight. Both of these guys are trying to finish.
Oh, with authority, the body.
Oh, big right hand.
Both guys appeared to land there. Oh, another heavy shot gets through. 13 steps in.
Holy smokes.
How about it? So no judges needed tonight as he pounds him out for the TKO. I'm hoping I get an invite to the after party. Here's Bruce Buffer with the official decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Deans called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 42 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by TKO and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Bruce the Dragon Lee.
Well, what else can you say about Bruce Lee after a performance like this one? Seemingly everyone on the roster wants to take their... All right, so here he is, the former two-division UFC champion, George Rush St-Pierre. He's the most prolific takedown artist on paper in UFC history. Despite not having any amateur wrestling chops to speak of, this is a man who, at least in my mind, turned the MMA takedown into a thing.
Yes, he did. He made it all look so smooth and so great. But it was the striking of George St-Pierre that was so good that made you have to be on awareness the whole time. So as the hands flew up, George St-Pierre had the timing that was unmatched at the time in mixed martial arts. One of the first guys that was truly able to do everything. Before we had specialists, and then we had George St-Pierre, he truly changed the game.
GSP George St-Pierre has stepped into the octagon. This time he wants to leave with that championship belt. I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times. Enter Bruce Lee.
I mean, that's Bruce Lee in a nutshell. Over and over and over, he did the same thing, and it shows in the technique because there's no wasted energy. There's no wasted movements. Everything he does with a purpose. He goes in there with an idea of what he's trying to accomplish, and he gets it done. Bruce Lee is the absolute best. Bruce Lee is the man.
His grappling, his takedown defense figure to be tested here tonight. But there aren't that many guys who are going to want to stand and trade on a napkin in the center of the octagon with the great Bruce Lee.
No, if you're fighting Bruce Lee, you're shooting the takedowns right away.
Our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. We go inside the octagon. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Welterweight Championship of the World. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, George St-Pierre! And now introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, ladies and gentlemen, presenting the reigning, defending UFC welterweight champion of the world, Bruce the Dragon Lee.
And there's Herb Dean. He will handle the action inside the octagon.
Good.
Well, there's just a special feeling in the building. At the beginning of every round when George St-Pierre is fighting, and even if the prevailing wisdom is that he wants to get this fight to the ground, every MMA round begins on the feet, and this just in, George St-Pierre's got a pretty good jab. We'll see if he can put it to good use. All right, early action here. We'll see how soon George St-Pierre can get one of his patented takedowns, but it all works off of the jab that you saw right there.
It does. I mean, he has a beautiful jab, and I've seen him do so much damage.
Oh, you gotta like that as a two-time United States Olympian as he goes to the ankle pick to get the takedown.
I mean, it speaks to the wrestling acumen, just the ability to find any takedown available. What a beautiful ankle pick.
Nice connection on the counter punch there, and oftentimes DC can be easier to be a counter striker when you have such a pronounced edge in reach.
Great punch landed with so much power.
Well, fear is not a factor for this striker, coming out swinging early as we expected, everything being thrown with quite any intent.
He throws everything so hard, but he said to us, when we talked to him earlier in the week, he goes, I'm not afraid of anything. I don't care if I can take it down, as long as I get to put some leather on the guy that I'm fighting before.
So more output, at least in the early going. On that punch right there, his opponent's compromised, DC.
It's one thing to land a hard shot. It's another thing completely to land a perfect shot. And that was a perfect shot. Big right hand.
Well, maybe he'll look to set up that hook again.
Lands a solid kick right there.
Closes the distance, gets the single collar tie. Back and forth we go. Push kick there to the body. That's a big hook.
Heard it again. Oh! He's a trouble. He's getting lit up. Oh, big man.
Somehow, his opponent stayed upright.
I mean, he's still on his feet, but he's not up by much.
Well, that overhand big weapon for him throughout his career. It's been there all night. Look for him to go back to it here. Well, no denying the durability on the other side, but at this point, you just got to find that kill shot and get him out.
A lot of times that comes with reps, that comes with taking your time. You get excited, and you want to finish it because you think it's right there, but at times you just overswing and you miss a lot. He needs to slow down if he wants to get his opponent out of this fight.
St-Pierre's nose is bleeding now, so we'll see how he handles that adversity, but nothing ideal about it here in the middle of this fight. Under 2 minutes to go in our first round. And now some separation. Well, that left hand has been there at times, not on that attempt. Oh, beautifully placed and timed kick there by Lee.
Right back in the clinch. Look for the backhand to get very active.
St-Pierre's eye is starting to swell shut. Well, eventually you know he's going to turn this defense into offense.
Oh! That knee hurt him.
Looked like it did start a little bit. Big strikes continue to land. Lee's looking to pass out of the half guard and attain side control here, but unable to do so.
Big ground and pound.
Well, we may have the best cut men and women in the business, but I'm not sure they're going to be able to do much with that cut. It continues to widen with every passing strike.
And you're fighting a great fighter. It's hard to deal with the damage of the cut while dealing with the level of the fighter in front of you. Right now, you've got to do something different to try and change the way that this fight is playing out.
30 seconds now to go in round one. Well, it looks like the ref has paused the action here. Oh, he's going to call in the doctor to look at that cut.
I don't know, John. It looks bad, man. It's a bad cut. I don't know what the decision's going to be here. It can go either way.
Crowd getting a little bit restless. Doctor has to tune out that noise, but at least for now, they will allow him to fight on.
Ready to fight? Ready.
All right, well, this fighter was bullish in his desire to continue, and the doctor is going to afford him that opportunity as the referee gets us back. Big strike lands.
Big strike lands. Now he looks to try to chase down that finish. You cannot sit in this position. Referee will have no choice but to stop the fight.
So a strong 5 minutes down. All right, heading back to the corner, and St-Pierre's got a cut to deal with above the eye, or perhaps better put, the cut man has got to deal with it. We'll see if he can stop the bleeding. All right, so there's the end of the round, and on one side, thrill, on the other, agony after that knockdown.
Yeah, he was able to really damage him with that big punch. You see the hands, the speed, how sharp he is, how technical he is. It allows him to land in spots where his opponent is winging punches. Great strike landed, great punch landed to put his opponent down.
Ready to fight? Ready. Good.
Strike right there. I'm not sure how many more of these his opponent can take.
Massive shot that he landed. Great job.
Look is there again. Well, he rocked him, but couldn't finish it.
He rocked him. He hurt him bad. He couldn't find that one shot to close the door. Could not shut the lights off. And now,
Oh, he gets back up, but barely. Look how wobbly he is.
oh yes, now we're going.
All right, so look at that. A cut has been opened around. Oh! That is going to do it!
Holy smokes!
Yeah, that that was just a gorgeous shot to end the fight right there. I'm not even sure the opponent really saw it coming. So back to the drawing board for him, but for the winner, this is certainly exactly what he was looking for here tonight. All right, we set it inside for the official decision. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 45 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Bruce the Dragon Lee.
Martial arts royalty, folks. Bruce Lee, right up to the living room tonight.